Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to this week's episode of Coffee, Conversations, and Keepin It Real. I'm your host, Philip Marcel, with my co-host here,
Trina George.
Excellent. Today, Trina, I guess we have some really cool guests that we're going to be talking to.
Absolutely, some of my favorites.
One house, two businesses.
One house, two businesses.
Yes, and
absolutely.
And it blows my mind because it's a rare thing, to have your spouse.
Yeah, for sure.
And to have a totally different business from you.
Mm-hmm.
But also with these, one helps out the other in their business and is kind of a partner, but then they still have that separate.
Right.
They have kids. They have a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
They have the experience of, one left corporate to start his own business,
Right.
and one is, has their own business, got back into corporate
Right.
for a little bit,
Yeah.
doing both businesses. So that's a lot of time. That's a lot of stuff to manage.
Yeah, it's a lot of juggling there, but these two, they make it happen.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's very cool. I'm really
Yeah.
excited to talk about it, and I really want to pick their brains
Absolutely.
as to why and how they do it. How do they pull this off?
I am super excited to hear about how they do this.
And I think this is going to probably help some other people too. There are probably a few people, who will see this down the line, that
Absolutely.
will kind of be able to relate to this.
Yeah, hopefully they
And-
can learn and be educated by how they do this.
Yeah, and I think also somebody is probably thinking they're going to want to make this jump after hearing about these guys.
For
So
sure.
That's cool. So, without further ado, let's get to our guests. Welcome. Can you introduce yourselves, please?
Thank you guys so much. I'm excited to be here. My name is Rebecca Livingston, and I own my own business per se, but it's also direct sales, and it's called Monat. It's an anti-aging hair care line.
And I'm Brian Livingston. I own Newberry Pest Control. I started this business about 5 years ago. Prior to that, I worked in corporate America. I managed Walgreens. I was a store manager there for 15 years until I ventured out to live my dream.
It's big time. This Walgreens seems like a busy line of work. Yes. I want to start off with Rebecca. I want to get to your why. Why are you doing what you're doing right now? As far as because you got a lot of stuff going on, Mama.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, gosh, yes. A lot of stuff going on. Well, I've always wanted to help people. I went to school initially for x-ray and worked in the hospital for many years, several different hospitals, and that's always been my why, is to make a difference in some form or fashion. And I've always loved healthcare, and so I started that way.
Yeah.
And then I found through a friend this hair care line of all things, went from healthcare to hair care. Yeah, I literally say healthcare to hair care in 24 hours because I worked with a nurse and she reached out to me kind of on a whim and said, hey, listen, you have to try the shampoo. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you got to try the shampoo. It's amazing. And I'm like, okay, I'll try. I trust you. I'll try the shampoo. And fast forward a year later, and here I am making excellent income and still loving what I do because, again, I'm able to help people. Now it's just on a different level. It's through hair care versus health care.
Yeah.
And it's some good shampoo, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Trina
yeah.
loves it.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Fantastic.
Keeping it real here.
Yeah.
Good stuff. How about you, Brian?
Well, my why, like I said, I started in corporate America. I'll take you way back. My first job was in a grocery store, 15 years old. I always wanted to run my own business, but I just didn't know what.
Yeah.
So to fast forward into the opportunity of working in retail sales in management, it was a great feeling. I had an opportunity to help people as well, to help them achieve their dreams, help them get to where they wanted to be. But I soon found that corporate is not forgiving. They want what they want, when they want it. It doesn't matter how you feel about a situation. You get to a certain point to where it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Either you comply or you're going to have to walk away. And for me, I found myself not enjoying it anymore. So I knew it was time for me to do something different.
Yeah.
And I looked back into something I did previously, which was the pest control industry.
Yes.
And I decided to start my own business in 2014. It was actually the best move. But my why was I wanted to get my time back.
Right.
I missed a lot of time with the kids growing up and not being able to go on vacations. There's Christmas parties going on during the holiday times, and unable to attend those. Or even when I am off, your mind is racing about tomorrow.
Right.
You can never completely relax. So I wanted to also take the time back that some of that I lost, and also be able to set up a retirement to where we could live comfortably and be able to do the things that we want to do by also helping our kids and to do the things that we want to do as well.
That's cool. That's cool. And Rebecca, how do you feel about that corporate aspect right now? What you're doing?
Well, I went back, obviously, into the corporate world, and I did so for insurance purposes. Having health insurance is really important, especially when I have my daughter that's in college, and of course, you know, obvious reasons in that regard, but for me and my husband as well. I took a job as a manager. I really enjoyed building a team. I know I didn't discuss that with you guys yet, and that's kind of what I do in my hair care business as well, you know, building a team.
Right.
So it's helping people, building a team, and fulfilling that why within me, just in a different fashion. So, I'd have to say it's challenging some days because of the time, like my husband said, and managing that time. But I think I have a new respect for my husband now too, in owning my own business. You know, I didn't understand before, whereas I do now. Like, you know, when the business is there, you kind of got to tackle it. This is, you know, it's not an 8 to 5 for him. You know, he may get a call after hours and have to perform, you know, have to do that call. So I respect that more so now than ever before. You know, if our dinner date has to be pushed back or canceled, you know, it's not a go all end all.
Right.
You know, it's a okay, I get it. You know, it's for our future, and you have to take care of your customers.
Right.
Get it.
And do you see yourself like doing the same thing as far as your time and having to put the extra time to the business?
And plus he's so supportive, and it's so awesome. And my friends go, "Oh my God, you have the best supportive husband ever." I'm like, I know, I really do. I complain a lot, but you know, at the end of the day, he's amazing, and I think that's how we make it work. We support each other no matter what.
Yes.
So.
And how do you guys do it? You know, you both own businesses, you're under the same roof. How do you guys manage your time together?
Oh my gosh, I'm a smart aleck sometimes. I'm like, can I make an appointment with you? Like, can I be, you know, like, what if I called Newberry Pest Control? Hi, like, I'm having a problem spending time with my husband. You know, I need you to come over to my house from like, you know, 5 to 7 and let's, you know, have some dinner. And, you know, and he's like, so he kind of gets it. He's like, okay, all right. Date night.
Oh, that
date
call
night,
actually
Friday
happens.
night. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. I think
Oh, no, I'll call him up sometime. Hey, listen, I've done that before. And he's like, okay, I get it. Date night. I'm like, yeah, it's due. He's like, okay. He's like, I'll set this time apart. You set this time apart. Let's do it. And we make it happen.
Man, I get thrown under the bus. But for me, what I try to do, because it's interesting, I had that question by a customer today, a potential customer, about doing a job for them. They're having a problem with some fleas, and they weren't happy with the company they had out before.
Right.
And I explained the process. I said, you know what? No one's ever explained the process. It makes sense.
Right.
But the question came up about working on the weekends. And the easiest for me way to explain it is, if it's an emergency, I will come out, but not for just regular service calls.
Right.
The weekends are off. I'll come out as early as you like, Monday through Friday, or stay as late as you like on Monday through Friday to take care of the problem.
Right.
Because I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to start my business, because in retail, you got to work weekends, nights, holidays, all of that stuff.
They probably expect that, right?
It's expected.
Absolutely.
You know. Now, once you become store manager, it was a little bit different, to where you only had to work one half a day on Saturday, unless it was the Christmas time, and you had your weekends off. You get 2 weekends off a month.
Right.
But back to the pest control, it's like, for me, I just say, hey, if you have to, even though you're growing your business, you want to be flexible, but you have to kind of push back a little bit.
Right.
You have to set boundaries, because if not, the business will be running you. So I want to set it up to way in one time to where it will run itself.
Yes.
And I'll be able to set it up to be sold
Future
down the
goals
road.
right
Future.
there.
That's thinking down the road,
Yes.
hiring and things of that nature. So that's kind of how I manage that.
I like
and I have
that.
a great wife. She's very supportive
Long
of the
game.
business. She understands.
There we go.
Yes.
Yes.
She understands.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate all the things that she does. She may not always know it. I may not always say it, but it's understood
Yeah.
that I appreciate what she does.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the direct sales, what she got into, I am also a part of it, but I'm kind of a silent partner. I'm more of a person that funnels all the new people to Rebecca.
Yes.
But when I saw this, me trying my direct sales, I didn't make $100 out of all the jobs that I went into, the different types of direct sales companies.
Oh, really?
And when I find out how much it was to come in, I say, oh, come in at that level. We're going to come in at the highest back, and it's not even $1,000. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, we are. Who's paying for it? He's like, me. I'm like, I'm in.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity where we got a chance to meet a bunch of wonderful people who care about you as a person, not as just a number.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's really important. A
Really
great
great
team
people.
that
Yeah.
we work with.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's always
And
nice.
having your own business, is it helping you reach any financial goals or anything? Do you see your...
Yes, I have a really bad Starbucks habit, so I.
Yes, you do.
I do.
You and so many
Thought that
of
Keurig was serving,
us.
but it did
Oh,
solve
yeah.
it, but
Out
it did
there.
not.
It is really,
You know
really
your
bad.
You know your
And
barista
so-
by first name? First name basis? Yeah.
yeah, totally. They know my face and know what I want. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's right there,
As soon
Rebecca.
as you
Yeah.
step out the
Yeah,
car. walk.
absolutely. Yeah, here she comes. So it's I'm able to fund that, but I'm just kind of like, do I really want to use this extra money? And
Mhm.
I gotta get a hold of that Starbucks habit. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's allowing me to be able to pick and choose now.
Yes.
Where I want to spend that. Oh gosh, that's extra. Like I earned that. Like
Mm.
that makes me feel amazing. Like I earned that, and wow, I can put that toward, maybe paying this bill off, or looking toward the future.
Yeah.
So
I'm a budgeter, so I'm
and
a
he's the other way.
I'm a
He's the other
budgeter,
way.
and I'm always being called cheap, and I probably am. But I have money. I hold on to it
Yes.
for the rainy day to
Yes.
pay those bills, or to
Right.
be a little bit ahead, or whenever it's time for vacation. Well, the money's already in there, so we don't have to worry
Yeah.
about paying for anything extra. It's already
And I'm a spender,
allotted for
so
that.
we're opposite. Like,
Mhm.
of course,
So
you
maybe you
got
guys
black, you
kind of
got
meet
white.
in the middle.
Yeah, you got ebony ivory, but you also
Yeah.
have we're opposite people in every way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and I think that's what makes it work though.
Yeah.
Because my daughter's like, oh my gosh, Daddy's so strict and you're so laid back. I'm like, imagine if we were both strict
Yeah.
or we were both laid back. That wouldn't be good either.
Catastrophe.
So I think
That-
right, right.
No, that wouldn't be good.
So yeah, the old adage, birds of the opposites attract thing
Off the
is
track. Yeah.
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 you make
absolutely.
it work. Yeah, he balances me out, and I think I balance him out.
That's
so
cool.
yeah,
Great.
That's cool. I think that's
Mhm.
needed.
yeah.
And with those two opposites, do they kind of help in each other's businesses as well? Like how do you think they offset or help?
Well, I tell you what, she definitely helped me out a lot the past couple years when it came down to doing my taxes,
Mm-hmm.
because I was not the best at doing the books, keeping up with the numbers.
Yeah.
So she went into I gave her access to go into the ledgers to get me caught up so we could file the taxes. She said, I can't believe that you let this stuff get out of hand like this.
Yeah.
I said, well, I get busy. I said, it's when you're working the business,
Yes.
when you're working in the business,
It's a small business, like, oh yeah.
it's different when
times,
you
yeah.
as opposed to working on the business. Yes, there's times when you
Mhm.
should be doing that, but you kind of like, well, I'll get it tomorrow.
Yes.
And I said, well, no, I'm going to be better about that in 2019. That was one of my goals, but she
Right.
definitely helped me out to get it to work and file the tax and get it to the accountant
Yes.
and get it
yes.
done right.
Yeah.
And she's very detail oriented and what's the other word for it?
Organized.
Very organized.
We're organized. Yeah.
She's more organized than me on some fronts. I'm organized
Right.
on certain things, but as far as that, she's more organized.
Oh.
And I think that really balanced me out. And as far as her and her direct sales, I mean, she's great at what she does.
Yeah.
I give her a lot of support on that because she's great at shooting these Facebook videos
Yes.
that she does and sends
Oh,
out.
cool.
Yeah,
And starting
Facebook
in-
Lives.
and-
Yeah.
Seen them
in our
before.
neighborhood
Facebook
where we
Lives.
live, we had some individuals that were complaining about direct sales being on the page. I said, well, why don't you just start your own business page?
Right.
And
Yeah.
you set the parameters on there, and then you
Uh-huh.
don't have to worry about it.
Uh-huh.
And she did, and about 30 people joined already.
Immediately.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
And they're like,
Wow.
oh yeah, we're so glad you started this page.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's very cool. So your small business, you're
Yeah.
thinking outside the box
Yeah.
from what
Right.
the structure of that is.
Well, more and more women too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure of the statistics. I had them written down, but I don't want to throw that out there and be
Right.
incorrect. But there more and more women are leaving the workforce
Mm.
for direct sales and a way to support their husband, like
Yeah.
a way to bring in some income. And, it starts off as side income and then it becomes, oh my gosh, like it just, it's the way of the future.
Yeah.
Think about it. You've got Amazon online,
Yes.
network marketing is what everybody's turning to.
Yes.
And I was so surprised when I created that Facebook page because people are hitting me up like, oh my God, I'm so glad you did this. Like, I can't believe some of these naysayers. Like, I've been selling whatever, Roden and Fields or Avon or whatever for years.
Right,
And
right.
my husband really appreciated the fact that, I could stay home, take care of the kids. We didn't have to pay that daycare bill.
Yes.
And I'm bringing in for him $800, $1,000 a month doing this.
Yes.
Right.
So this is not a pyramid. This is a real thing.
Yeah, that's a big,
So
that's a
it's
nice boost.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that whole, big black cloud
Yeah.
over, the past direct sales or the pyramid is just not so.
Yeah.
I just
So-
think direct sales has gotten a very bad name over the years because you had a few people have done some bad things, of course,
Right.
but it's minuscule compared to the opportunity.
Right.
If you look at it's all about timing and making sure you research the company that you're thinking about joining, and making sure they're able to deliver on what they say they can.
Yes.
But the most important thing is making sure you have the right team.
Yeah.
See, we're on a great team.
You really are.
Right.
We're actually it's the fastest growing team in the industry in that particular market.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no other team growing faster than us in this company.
Yeah.
And we have the support, which is less than 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
If we want to
cool.
drive there, and we meet on a regular basis to where we talk about goals, because we all know what gets done is what gets measured.
Right. Right.
If it doesn't
Right.
get measured, it won't get done.
Won't get done.
The timing thing in business, like how, like if the timing isn't right or is like, how do you know if it's right or not, and what do you do to adjust? Like, if it's not the perfect timing, like.
Well, for my business in the pest control industry, from what I found, just conversing with my customers and just way back from when I was in the drugstore, just talking with individuals, they always like small businesses. A small person, they would much rather patronize the small business owner as opposed to the large corporate company, simply because there's a more direct interaction with that particular person. But the first thing is you're going to have one person coming out to your house. You're not going to have 5
Right.
to 10 in the next calendar month, calendar year.
Right. Sure.
And with the way the world is today, you want to know who's in your house. You want to have someone who you know, like, and trust.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's who you're going to
Absolutely.
do business with.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're not going to do business with individuals you don't like. It doesn't matter how good the services are.
Right.
If you don't like them,
Right.
or you don't feel as though you can trust them,
Yes.
you won't do that.
Right.
But as far as timing, I just felt as though the timing was right. And once I established my clientele and asked for the referrals,
Yes.
along with starting a Facebook page and eventually getting a website, and joining an organization
Right.
that helped me do that, along with some other organizations that helped me grow my brand, it
Network.
grew very quickly in a 4-year period to where I'm actually thinking about adding on someone either before the year ends or beginning of next year.
That's cool.
So that's kind of the goal, just
Yeah.
figuring out that point. But hopefully I answered that question, but I think
Yeah.
the timing was right for my
And
business.
I think,
Right.
people like, shopping local, buying local,
That's true.
I think it's a thing now anyways. Farmers markets and all of that anyways. I know that I've heard it, and so I think small businesses supporting each other is becoming a thing, and calling someone and getting a person on the phone versus a machine is very big to clients. Knowing that they're going to get me or Brian or you, Phil, or Rebecca, knowing that they're going to get us and not, a recorded line or whatever, is I think super important to our clients.
Yeah. That's annoying.
It is.
If you talk to a live person.
Press 2, press 4,
right.
press
You're right.
to get to this
Absolutely.
person.
Yeah.
And I think that that's very important.
So and another thing to piggyback off of what you said, you
Yeah.
reminded me of something. That's why I named my company Newberry Pest Control. So when I knew that Newberry was one of the
Small town.
fastest
Yeah.
growing cities in Alachua County and also
Yeah.
in Florida. So if someone moves into Newberry and they look up for pest control in Newberry, they're going to
Yeah,
find
there
my
you go.
company's going to come up first.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And also being able to answer the phone, same day service. being able to schedule someone the same day
Yes.
is important. You get to them before you have your competition get there. So if you beat your competition there, first come, first serve, and you provide great service,
Right.
Yes.
they're gonna
Right.
they're gonna call you back.
That's cool.
Well, timing for me. So you
Yeah.
had me on this timing thing,
Yeah.
and I really started thinking about that. So timing for me, when I was introduced to this business, I thought, wow, shampoo, right? How brilliant. Something everybody needs and uses.
Yes.
You're not asking someone to add to their already tight budget.
Right.
You're not giving them a diet pill. That's extra money. You're not giving them skincare. That's extra money, right?
Yes.
It's something that everyone uses.
Yes.
There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Like, who wouldn't say, okay, yeah, why not? Like, I have to buy shampoo anyway. I'll try yours out. You know, if I don't like it, I can get my money back.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So why not? Who's not going to jump on that? And it's a
Yeah.
healing shampoo. This is what it can do. You know, so I go into I called Trina actually, or Trina called me, one of the two, and we talked about it for a while on the phone because it's something everyone needs. I'm like, that is brilliant. The timing being right because it's not saturated. The company's less than 4 years old. So will it be saturated eventually? Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be, silly to think it wouldn't be.
Right.
Wouldn't be realistic. But eventually it will be, but it's not now. So I know the timing's right.
Yeah.
Now, if I share it with someone and they say it's not for them or no, that doesn't mean no forever. That just means no for right now.
Yes.
But people watch you. Social media, they look at you. Let's see if she's doing that in 6 months, then I'll buy her shampoo.
Right.
Then they reach back out to me. Hey, I think I'm ready to buy your shampoo now. Oh, sure. Great.
Wow.
So that's timing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also about the timing is getting in early enough, those checks won't ever stop coming.
It's true. It's residual income.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
The
Yeah.
checks will not stop coming. And
Yeah.
you're also giving them something that's going to actually help them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
Right.
with the pest control industry.
Right.
You know, I pushed the prevention is the best protection. I rebranded from We
Right.
Stop Bugs from Bugging You
Yeah.
because I was going after I wanted to go after a different type of customer, a customer that realized that they don't want bugs. They want a service. They know that the service is going to be great and they're not going to have a problem and they
Right.
don't want to wait for something to get out of hand. It just costs you less money.
Yes.
You can wait. We can still treat you, but it's just going to cost you more and potential health risk in your home by allowing certain things to get out of control in your home. So why would you want to do that and be embarrassed when your in-laws come for the holidays?
Yeah, for real. I was good.
Or when you go out,
Stuff, yeah.
or
When you go out.
when you go out to those swip swaps,
Yeah.
go to these places where they're selling used furniture, and you end up with bugs in your
Oh
house.
boy.
Not just cockroaches, you're talking
Uh-huh.
bed bugs.
Oh, gosh.
We should have put a bug
my
out here
gosh.
for
That's
Brian.
that's heavy. You better watch where you're buying your stuff from. Oh man.
It's just being aware, and
Yeah.
that's the other thing. I'm trying to teach my customers to be aware.
Right.
When you go on vacation, be aware when you go in that hotel room.
Yeah.
Take a flashlight with you. Check that mattress and box spring and look behind a few pictures. You know, make sure you're not going to bring any uninvited guests back home, which it costs you a couple $1,000s to get rid of.
You heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. Newberry Pest Control.
For real.
So educating your clients
Is key.
is key. Yeah.
And coming up with real time solutions. You know, it's not always about the sale. It's about, hey, when I go out and give you a quote, I want to educate you on whether you use me or not use somebody. Don't wait.
Yes.
That's the big thing. Don't wait. Don't allow it to get out of control.
Right. So you're giving before you even get. So that's good.
That's absolutely
yeah.
because it's going to come back.
That's right. That's
Absolutely.
right. That's right. Putting that knowledge out there.
Yep.
My goodness. So, like, what would you? I like that part about the hotel. So you go in the hotel.
That's my wife. She'll tell you.
You do a thorough check. Like, what
Oh, yeah.
does it look
He
like?
stops us all at the door.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
I'm not allowed to open
Oh,
it. He's
really?
like, stop. And I'm like, okay, babe. All right. And then, like, I don't care. I'd rather him do that. So
Yes,
if
he's gotta clear
if
the
he's
room.
anal about that, you go for it. Like,
Yes.
if there's anything to be anal about, you can be anal about that. So I let him go on in. He lifts up the mattress, looks and everything, and says, okay, we're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
What was you're going to ask me something?
Yeah, I was going to ask you now with Rebecca and what she does as far as the promoting her business. Have you incorporated some of those things? I know she does the videos online.
Oh, for shooting video? Yes,
Yeah.
as far as on, I take pictures.
Uh-huh.
I take pictures and I post them on my Facebook page
Uh-huh.
about the business. Like if I'm working in a certain area, if I may be working out in Hawthorne,
Yeah.
I'll go out and take a picture of the house. You know, I thank the person. I'd like to thank such and such for allowing me to come out and do your service today.
Yeah.
And
It
take
is
a
onto
picture of it.
something though. Facebook Live
Yes.
for
Uh-huh.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a big
You think
business
I'm doing
grower.
it?
Right.
Yeah, it is. I haven't
Yeah.
done the live. I've just
Yeah.
done the still photos.
Right. Would you do it?
I would do it.
Look what
Yeah.
I found here. Watch out for this, ladies.
Hey.
Well,
Yeah.
I just want
There
to be
you go.
careful. I don't want to embarrass anyone and bring
That's
in
true,
someone's
that's
home.
true. Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'll have
yeah.
to ask for permission. That's why I
Right.
always ask them
Yeah.
about taking
Mhm.
the photos.
Exactly.
Now, if I do that in a setting to where I'm not at someone's house, like, hey, this is what
This
I
is
found.
No, like
Uh-huh.
at your house, like at
I
our
can
house,
do that.
like doing
Oh,
an
absolutely.
education
Oh,
like
yeah.
video.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can do that.
Yeah, like an educational video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do some education.
That's pretty good.
Absolutely.
That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. That's
I
pretty
know
cool.
my man Rick has been on to me about that. Mr. Rick Waddell.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know
He's the
Rick
one that
very
got me
well.
taking the pictures.
Oh
Like,
yes, he does. He's
Yeah.
good at that. Yeah.
He is
yeah.
very good at that.
And that can be helpful.
He's
Yeah.
pretty
I think that can be
faithful about
helpful.
taking those pictures.
Yeah.
Some of the most successful entrepreneurs always say that become uncomfortable. Because
Yes.
as soon as you become uncomfortable, that's when you grow.
Mm.
So you have to get to that place where you're uncomfortable. If
Yeah.
you don't like to speak in front of people,
Yeah.
start doing it. You
Uh-huh.
get better at it too as you go along. So,
Mhm.
become uncomfortable
Absolutely.
and then, yeah, your blessings right on the corner every time.
I guess I'm growing tonight because
Yeah.
Right.
I never
Oh,
know
yeah.
this.
Yeah, first podcast.
Absolutely.
Very good.